happened to me, and boy was it scary. It's gonna be a short little video just explaining that, and wear your helmets.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Just before this video begins, the rest of it from here on out is just going to be sort of information and chatting about my crash. So if you're not into that, or if that's sort of boring to you, then click away now. There'll be more videos to come soon. Alright, so I've got my phone here because it's got a few notes because I'm not good at like reciting information. I'll just give you a rundown on what happened. It was Thursday last week, 9 days ago. I got up in the morning and I was like, I should probably film a little bike video. And I was gonna like do a little montage of riding and then help Joel fix his car afterwards. Joel then messaged me and said, oh, can you give me a hand now? I was like, okay, yep. So I went to the boys' house where I thought they would be, and it turns out no one was there. So I asked one of my mates, I'm like, you know, where are they? And they're like, oh, try his parents' house, they might be there. And so I was like, okay. And in my mind, that was closer to home than the skate park was. So I was just like, oh, I'll just go to the skate park now, film a little bit of a video, and then come back and finish the video helping Joel fix his car. Anyway, I don't remember much past that, but I obviously was filming with the GoPro, and that short little montage that you saw was literally all that I got to film. So I obviously dropped in, got a few different angles of going around that line, did a T-bog, and just absolutely ate it. Obviously, I wasn't padded up or anything, so I never intended on doing anything dangerous. But yeah, it just goes to show that like even with like the one trick that you do all the time, no matter how much you practice it, or you know, no matter how much precautions you take, there's always going to be a mistake somewhere. And obviously mine was in the air, something had gone wrong. You know, my bar wasn't where I thought it was, so I grabbed up here when it was down there, but that doesn't matter because I wasn't wearing a helmet. You know, like all these little things that added up that I should have been, you know, thinking about. In hindsight, I would have wore a helmet, but I don't think that would have done a whole lot because I hit my face on the side, not on the top. Yeah, that resulted in 3 fractures in my face, which are all part of one splinter. Like it fractured and then splintered off. Throw in some pictures in front of a scan of the skull, and you can see where it's fractured and things. And a concussion. I'm not sure whether it was like a heavy one or a mild concussion, but yeah, it took me a while to remember, you know, where we were and what I was doing and what the day was. I remember I didn't know, I thought it was December, but I mean it's December now when you're watching this, but it was actually November at the time, and I convinced myself that it was the 10th of December. I don't know why, but I was just convinced it was that. I was dazed. I couldn't stand up straight. I tried to stand up straight away, but I couldn't. I guess just because of the brunt, I just couldn't balance. So I remember, well, I don't remember, I'm just basing this on the video, so I stood there, you know, sat there, turned the music off on my phone, and I was just sitting there for a bit, and I hopped in the car and I started driving home, and I called Nagora and there was no answer. Then I called my mum and there was no answer, so I called my sister, and she told me that I was on the phone with her for a little while. I said, you know, I've had a stack on my bike, I think I'm okay, can you just stay on the line for a bit, because I was a bit shaken up, and you know, so she did, and then I was like, about 5 minutes later, or not even, I was like, okay, I think I'm good now, and so I hung up. And then apparently about 5 minutes later, I rang her again, and I said, hey, I've had a stack, you know, I think I'm okay, I'm on my way home, and I'm like, can you stay on the line? She's like, yep, and she knew something was wrong because I literally just told her that. And then Mum came home, and Mum decided, well, we need to go to the hospital. So we went to the hospital. On the way there, I kept saying, apparently I kept saying, no, it's okay, I'm fine, I'm back now. And like, me thinking that my brain was sort of back in place, but that happened about 10 times, they said, so but I didn't even remember doing it once. The first sort of things that I can start to remember is from the actual hospital. So I remember being there, I remember the bed I was in, I remember I had just taken some sort of Panadol, because there was a cup of water and a Panadol thing at the foot of my bed. And I remember thinking, have I had that? And then Mum's just like, yep. And I'm like, okay. And the doctor would come in and ask me a series of questions to see what my short-term memory is like, I guess. And this is when I started to sort of remember things, and so I'd be able to sort of piece things together. Like they'd ask questions, they'd have like a sheet with like 9 objects, and they'll come and they'll say, this one, and this one, remember those, and then they'll leave, and then 30 minutes later they'll be like, what were the 3 that we just showed you? But the main thing was I just kept going in loops, because I wouldn't realize what I'd said. Like I would forget it straight. Like pretty much, think about a goldfish's memory. Yeah, that was me in the hospital. I have a little clip that my mum filmed, and I remember asking her, how did I get here? And then not even 2 seconds later, I asked it again. I was like, so wait, did I drive home? You know, like, because I couldn't retain that information.
It's time 3.
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. Yes, very good. Well, my wrist is sore where I broke it. How did I get here? Did I go home?
You drove yourself home, and then I drove us here.
Well, I hit my cheek. It's got a bruise.
Yeah.
Just there. Oh, and my wrist where I broke it. So did I drive home?
Yeah.
And then what happened?
And then we waited for me to get home.
So did I say that I'm hurt?
Yeah, you rang me, but I missed your calls. And then you rang Nagora and you'd rang Emily. And then when I got home, I said, come on, we're going to the hospital.
Right.
Yeah.
Just pinnacle mind, like brain dead. That was like me in a nutshell. We were in the hospital from about 11. I can't remember whether it was like 11:30 or 1 p.m. All the way until about 7:30, and that's when we finally got the all clear to go. I had abrasions and grazes everywhere, like nothing too major, but the main thing was the fractures in my skull, because they thought one of them was in my eye socket and then 2 were in my sinuses. So I'm still not allowed to sneeze with my mouth closed or blow my nose, I guess because they're scared that the fracture will expand. But yeah, we went to the facial specialist not long ago, and they said that it's all gonna heal okay. That's when we looked at the scans, and I can actually feel the crack. Alright, sorry about that guys, the camera cut out on me there, but I think, yeah, I was saying, I'm still not allowed to sneeze or blow my nose or anything, I guess, because the fractures could possibly expand and shift, you know, get worse, essentially. But we went to the facial specialist, and they said that it's all gonna heal fine. They were worried about deformities, like if my skull was clearly, you know, asymmetrical or something as to what it was before, or if it was, you know, restricting jaw movement or eye movement, but which it wasn't restricting anything, so I didn't have to have any surgery for that, which is good. It's slowly all coming back. Well, I mean, I think I'm going to remember as much as I'm going to remember now. Again, I only remember those sort of events of that day due to asking people what I did and, you know, having evidence, but I don't remember, even watching the videos, I have no recollection of going to the skate park or whipping out the GoPro or anything. So yeah, I just thought it was an interesting story, and thought I'd let you all know that I'm all good. There'll be writing videos in the future, but not for a little while, because I don't know, little shook. Definitely the worst crash I've ever had. Concrete park, no helmet. What was I thinking? But I will happily do, like, if you have any writing based questions, like what's your worst crashes you've ever had, you know, what are the best shoes you wear, all these sorts of things, I can make little videos about that. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Sorry if it was a bit boring, me just sitting here and talking, but yeah, just thought you'd want to know, so.